Pantheons of gods and their goddess. The Tagalog deities in Philippine mythology. The stories of ancient Philippine mythology include deities, creation stories, mythical creatures, and beliefs. Ancient Philippine mythology varies among the many indigenous tribes of the Philippines. Some groups during the pre-Spanish conquest era believed in a single supreme being who created the world and everything in it, while others chose to worship a multitude of tree and forest deities or devatas. Devatas came from the Sanskrit word devata, which means deity, one of the several significant Hindu influences in the pre-Hispanic religion of the ancient Filipinos. The first part were the residents of Kaluwalhatian or the ancient Tagalog sky world. The list is divided into generations based on common beliefs about the offspring of the gods. First generation deities. Number 1. Bathala, a supreme god and creator deity, also known as Bathala, May Kapal, Lumilika, and Aba, an enormous being with control over thunder, lightning, flood, fire, thunder, and earthquakes, resides over lesser deities and uses spirits to intercede between divinities and mortals. Referred by Muslims as Anatala, the Tigmamanukin or Tigmamanukan is attributed to Bathala. Number 2. Amanikabol. Originally, this god was worshipped as the god of hunters. In more modern stories, he has become associated as the ill-tempered god of the sea, replacing Aman Sinaya among of the first generation gods. Aside from Bathala, he was never married after his love was burned by a beautiful mortal maiden, Maganda. In frustration, he swore vengeance against the humans by sending turbulent waves and horrible tempests in order to wreck boats and to drown men. Number 3. Idiyanali, the goddess of labor and good deeds. Natives used to call for her guidance in order to make their work successful. She married Dimangan and had 2 offspring. Dimangan, the god of good harvest. He was married to Idiyanali and had 2 offsprings. Number 4. Ikapati, the goddess of cultivated land. She was the most understanding and kind among deities of Bathala. Her gift to man was agriculture. As the benevolent giver of food and prosperity, she was respected and loved by the people. From her came fertility of fields and health of flocks and herds. Ikapati was said to have married Mapulon, god of seasons. They had a daughter named Anagulay, who became the goddess of lost things. When Anagulay attained maidenhood, she married Dumakulim, son of Idiyanali and Dumangan, by whom she had 2 children, Apulaki, who became god of the sun and patron of warriors, and Dian Masalanta, who became goddess of lovers. Number 5. Lakapati, often combined with Ikapati from Jocanos Tagalog Pantheon. Lakapati was a major fertility deity. During sacrifices made in a new field, the farmer would hold up a child and say, "Lakapati, pakanin mo yaring alipin mo, huwag mong gutumin." Or, "Lakapati, feed this thy slave, let him not hunger." Prominent among deities who received full-blown sacrifices were fertility gods. Lakapati, fittingly represented by a hermaphrodite image with both male and female parts was worshipped in the fields at planting time. Number 6. Mapulon, the god of seasons and husband of Ikapati, of whom they had a daughter. The second generation deities. Number 1. Mayari, the goddess of the moon and one of the 3 daughters of Bathala by a mortal woman. She was the most charming of all the goddesses. She had 2 sisters, Tala and Hanan. Number 2. Tala, the goddess of the stars, sister of Mayari and Hanan, and one of the 3 daughters of Bathala by a mortal woman. Number 3. Hanan, the goddess of morning, sister of Mayari and Tala, and one of the 3 daughters of Bathala by a mortal woman. Number 4. Dumakulim, the strong, a child guardian of mountains, and the son of Idiyanali and Dimangan. His sister was Aniton Tabu. He later married Anagulay. Number 5. Aniton Tabu, the fickle-minded goddess of wind and rain. She was the daughter of Idiyanali and Dimangan and the sister of Dumakulim. Third generation deities. Number 1. Apulaki, the god of sun and the chief patron of warriors. He was the son of Anagulay and Dumakulim. Number 2. Dian Masalanta, the goddess of love, conception, and childbirth and the protector of lovers. She was the daughter of Anagulay and Dumakulim and youngest of all the deities.